Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna do something a little bit different. I actually kind of wanted to go through Reddit stories, but through TikTok actually. So I'm gonna have those videos run while I react to them rather than just reading them. So I'm gonna start off with the first one I found. Let's just see how wild these are.
Between my husband and my son's GF. He is cheating on me with a 17-yo. My
Ew!
F42 husband,
Ew,
M45,
he's
and I have been
42.
married for 20 years and have a son
Oh,
who
he's
is
45.
17. We used to want to have more kids, but my body wasn't able to get pregnant. I suffered from 2 miscarriages, and we visited a lot of
Oh,
DRS and
buddy.
specialists, but at some point, I just decided I didn't want to have another kid. The one who appeared more devastated was my husband. He had this big dream of having a huge family, and sometimes I blame myself for not giving him that. I can confidently say our marriage was hurt by that. Life continued and my husband and I stopped having sex. Also, we stopped talking to each other, only for essential stuff, and sometimes we had the casual conversations you have with a stranger when you don't want an awkward encounter. The only reason we stayed together was my son. Now that he is a teenager, and has a GF. She is pretty, tall, funny, and I guess she is a good kid. I know her parents, and they're good people too. Used to be our neighbors, and that's how she and my son know each other. Guess I never thought they would be dating, and funny for me, that's what I wanted because I thought she would be incredible for my son. Well, now she was kinda part of the family. She came over at least 3 times per week to be with my son. We had dinner together,
Okay.
and she sometimes spent the night and even helped me to make breakfast. I don't when my husband and she started talking to each other, but they did as if they were old friends. I never thought too much of it since she and I were friends too, but with my husband was different. I got this weird feeling something between them was odd. She followed him everywhere, they were always seated next to each other.
Ooh.
She changed her voice around him, everything was odd. I didn't dare to admit something was happening. She is a minor and he would be on serious problems if something was happening. I also saw my husband being busier than usual, getting a lot of phone calls, responding to messages like crazy, and even though that isn't suspicious, I could see him smiling at a lot of those moments. Especially for calls he always left immediately when he received
Oh
one,
boy.
which is new behavior for him.
Feel like there should be a part two, but I can't seem to find a part two to this one. But I think we all know how that one kind of plays out. First off, this is just f***ing disgusting. Bro is 45, she's 17. I think they also mentioned that they have been neighbors for a long time. That means this guy kind of had his eyes out on her for. Ew, that's just gross. And she's a minor, obviously. So now he's a pedophile. Ugh. And she is a bit of a cunt. she hurts. She's hurting the mom. She's hurting the son all at the same time. I don't know what the hell is going on here, but I think everyone involved needs to just fucking run. The son needs to run. The girl needs to run. And the mom needs to run. Like, what is even going on here? That's disgusting. What is wrong with people? If you're gonna cheat, can you not do it with a minor? Like, I know every state, every country deals with this stuff differently. So you can't just call the cops. It really depends on where you are. It really depends. I don't know what those laws are, but if you're living in a place where you can call the cops on that kind of stuff, God, I would. That's just rank, yo. Just reading the title on this one already. We got a guy who's jealous of his wife's rabbit. Okay.
I, 21M, am convinced my 20F wife's pet rabbit thinks my wife is his mate. It is ruining our marriage. It all started when I was dating my wife. I met her 4 years ago and we have been dating all 4 years. She has had the rabbit since before I met her. The little bastard is old and saggy and partially blind.
He's
Some
old
parts of his
too.
body is missing patches of fur because he pulls it out to make a nest for himself and my wife. When we met, the rabbit was not a major issue. It would scratch and bite at me, but my wife assured me he was just nervous to have another person in her apartment, as my wife and the rabbit lived alone since my wife was 18. We have been married 1 year now and the rabbit is wreaking havoc on our marriage, but my wife refuses to do anything because to her the rabbit is her baby and she
The
loves it more
rabbit
than
knows,
anything.
guys.
When I
It
first
knows.
moved in, the rabbit did not do much to me or us other than the previously mentioned bites and scratches, but he shows my wife too much affection for just to own her. We will be doing anything and she will have the rabbit with her on top of her chest, on her breasts, licking them in her face.
What's wrong with
She will
that?
not put it down at all whenever she is home with it. We eat dinner, he is there, she goes to the bathroom, he comes with, she is showering. He waits outside for her,
That's what my
watching
cat
her nude
does.
in the shower. Wife does not even let me in the bathroom with her. It has gone to the point where whenever I show my wife affection, the rabbit seeks revenge on me. Sometimes not immediately, but at times he does attack me on the spot
This is
when I
like
kiss my
R-rated
wife.
Disney, guys.
Sometimes I find little tiny brown balls, his shit in my closet. Another thing is that she lets the little shit roam free all day but nighttime and when we are making love. This was not previously the case, but after an accident during lovemaking and much long conversations, I convinced my wife to put the rabbit in its cage when we are making love. But now whenever I am making love to my wife, like clockwork, the little shit knows what we are doing and screams at the top of its lungs until my wife abandons what she is doing. Even Newton comes to the smug little shit's rescue. He is doing this out of pure spite.
Out
I
of
am aware that
spite?
rabbits only scream when
Whoa.
very stressed or in danger, but he is in his huge cage because my wife spoils him only during night and when we make love. I swear he is doing this to ruin our marriage. He thinks my wife is his mate and wants to get rid of me. I have scars all over my body from
mated.
bites and scratches, and my life refuses to do anything about the rabbit or how much time she spends with it. We are in couples therapy and our marriage is very rocky. What do I do? Edit. Please help. I ran over the rabbit with my car.
No! He ran over the rabbit! Oh my god! Your Reddit just never fails. It never fails to disappoint. Oh my gosh. I don't know if this is real or if this is fake. I really don't. You guys let me know what you think, cap or no cap. Like, if it is real, it is just so bizarre. You literally have this guy who is actually envious of his wife's rabbit and literally thinks this little rabbit is out to kill him. Like, I just want to tell him, like, this rabbit's probably near the end of its life. It sounds like it's so old. And it's because, like, hey, just hold out for a little bit, you know? But if it's fake, it is also well written. But I kind of hope it's, like, real. But if it is real, like, he needs help. He really, really needs help. Okay, let's do a few more of these. I'm very entertained right now.
I, 26M, enforced a boundary with my 19F girlfriend and she broke up with me. My,
26
26M,
and
girlfriend, 19F, and I have been together for about a year now. She is very spoiled and is used to getting what she wants, but I don't give in to her or let her manipulate me. Well, anyway, to make a long story short, she is still in college and she commutes, so she is living with her parents. I live about 3 hours away for work, and I come home on the weekends. Her parents always tell me I'm welcome to stay at their place with her on weekends that I come home, but I never want them to feel taken advantage of, so this is something I'm not comfortable with. I've made it clear that I'll only stay the night one night out of the weekend, not both. I'll stay with my own parents the other night. I still want to hang out with her, just not stay the night both nights. Of course this means less time with her. Well, she's sick right now, and I stayed the night Friday night. She was feeling pretty miserable yesterday and started giving me a hard time about staying Saturday night too because she wanted cuddles and company. I was ready to leave with my jacket on when she started in on me. I upheld my boundary and told her I would not do it. She got really upset and brought up how her parents are fine with it and wouldn't feel taken advantage of. Well, after she wouldn't stop pestering me, I admit in a moment of anger I gave in to her and took my jacket off and slammed it down on the dining room table. Not half a second later she says something like, "Oh no, absolutely not. I changed my mind. And quad." She then asked me to leave because she said I shouldn't get that mad at the thought of staying with my sick girlfriend. I told her it doesn't matter, I already decided to stay, and she said I don't care. I changed my mind and I am asking you to leave. And quad. I told her I wasn't going to leave after she just pestered me for 10 minutes until I finally gave in. I was pretty shocked at what she said next, but she told me then I'm breaking up with you right now. I don't need to feel this way. And quad.
Good.
She was being very blunt and she just kept saying go, go. Just get your things and go. And quad. Among other things. She wasn't yelling, just saying things like I'm young and beautiful and I don't need some guy to make me feel this way, and this isn't the first time you've made me feel like shit. And quad. I was thinking to myself, whatever, if she can't make up her mind on whether or not I should stay or go, then she's obviously got some issues. She walked me to the door and locked it after I walked out. She actually said goodbye when I was walking out. I thought there's no way in hell she's serious. But this morning I texted her asking if we could talk and I haven't heard back. I don't know what to do. I don't feel I did anything wrong. I think she's just upset she didn't get what she wanted from me. And if that's the case, did I dodge a bullet? Or did I really mess up by not staying? I haven't talked about this with anyone yet. Thanks in advance.
Did I dodge a bullet? I think she dodged a bullet. This guy has issues. And the fact that you were kind of dating when she just turned 18, that just seems a little, I don't know. Did you have your eye on her before she turned legal? You know, it's just, there's a lot of questions here. There's a lot of questions. I still think she dodged the bullet. He turned around on her. Like, okay, sure, whatever, set your boundaries. We all need to set our boundaries. That is important in a relationship, right? Like to know that and to know not to overstep them. I understand that. But at the same time, he's just, I don't know, it seems a little bit odd too. Like, you would think that, like, you know, you're newly dating somebody and you kind of want to, like, spend most of your days with them, and especially when they're sick too. And then now you're just leaving them, and then she asks you to stay, and you're like, no, these were the rules, blah blah blah. And then you stay, but then you get mad at her. So of course, like, why? Because now you're not staying for her, you're doing it just because, well, I don't know, you felt like you had to, but not because you wanted to. Like, had he wanted to, he would have already stayed. He didn't need her to tell him twice. And then he gets mad at her. Why would you get, like, no, like, she she walked out from, like, a lifetime of probably abuse from this guy. She's smart enough to walk away, and I admire that. I really do. Okay, I got one more for you guys. Something about an adult baby man who likes to wear diapers, I guess. Let's goodness. I'm afraid where this is gonna go.
My husband is an adult baby diaper lover and I'm going to leave him because of it. I, 34F, have decided to leave my husband, 33M, because he can't control his thing being an adult baby diaper lover. I'm not looking for anyone to tell me I shouldn't leave him or try couples therapy. I've lived 12 years in this marriage that has been pure hell because of his diaper habit.
12 years?
It started when we got married. 2 months after, actually. I woke up in the middle of the night to an empty bed and went downstairs and found him playing video games wearing nothing but a diaper. I was shocked at what I was seeing. At first, I thought it could be a medical problem. But the diaper had patterns for a baby on it. Like bottles and rocks. He explained it.
It's definitely
Ever
a
since he was
fetish.
potty trained, he kept sneaking
I
diapers
never
from his younger
understand
siblings.
that.
It was like a favorite blanket that he couldn't give up. It comforted him. I tried to understand.
But
I told him I had to
whatever
process it
floats your
because
boat.
I'm vanilla. Like a vanilla bean LOL.
We should admit
I don't
she's
care for
vanilla.
None of them. And honestly, it didn't really sound like a thing. Sounded like a habit he had never been able to kick. Anyhow, I accepted it into our relationship. And after a year or so of him doing it on his own, he started hinting that he wanted me to be involved. He wanted a mommy. And eventually I tried it. Immediately I hated it. It wasn't for me. I didn't like playing the mommy role for my husband. You know the
I'm gonna quickly pause this, but what is it with internet men and wanting their women to be like mommies? I don't understand that.
saying he wants a mother, not a wife. Definitely true for me. I tried to tell him this, but he got extremely sad and
Literally.
started talking about how he was a freak and I'd never understand him if I didn't try again. I feel stupid saying it, but I tried again. And again. And again. Until it got to the point where fun always incorporated it. It seriously disgusts me, the way I've let him use my body. The longer it's happened, the less careful he's gotten. He will sit in a dirty
Ew.
diaper for more than 12 hours. He will get
Ew.
infections quite often.
Oh no!
And he doesn't clean up after himself. He will leave his dirty diapers
Ew.
everywhere. I hate it even when he leaves them in the garbage and doesn't take the garbage out. I live in constant fear of an unexpected guest. It's very obvious what these things are. He also has collected a huge box full of sippy cups, pacifiers, baby blankets, adult-sized baby clothes, etc. The worst part of this all, at least for me, he comes to bed every night thinking of you know what. He told me he does it because he wants me to wake up and change him in the middle of the night. I can't, so I pretend I don't smell it. It also isn't uncommon for his diaper to leak during the night. I have to change our bedsheets 3 to 4 times a week.
Oh,
I'm tired of
God.
it. I'm tired of the smell. I'm tired of
Why
having a
would you
baby
do?
instead of a husband.
That's just disgusting.
I want a partner. An actual partner. I want someone who will help pay the bills. Who will help clean the house. Who won't pretend to throw tantrums so mummy can cuddle him. I'm tired of trying to tell him how much I don't want to be involved and then guilt-tripped into participating again, because I have vocalized how much I don't like it to him many
The
times.
audacity.
You're probably wondering why I haven't left before now, and honestly, aside from all of this, he is a great person. He is kind and gentle.
I don't know
Sweet and
about
thoughtful.
that.
But I just can't take his lifestyle anymore and I'm not sorry about it. I resent him
He
for not
was at
telling
one
me this
point.
before we got married. I don't feel like he cares how much I hate it as long as I keep doing what he wants. If you're keeping a secret that could impact whether someone marries you or not, that's a really bad thing to do. If they leave you, it wasn't meant
I
to
agree.
be. Go find someone who likes what you're into.
Jesus. Jeez, that's just gross. That's just so gross. He gets infections, he leaves that, like, ew. Oh, like, ew. It's already so gross when babies do it. I can't imagine a big adult do it. No. Ew. And he was sweet? I don't know about that. I feel like she just put up with him the past, what was it, 12 years that they were together? Like, that's a long time to put up with that kind of shit. Like, Oh my goodness. And I don't know if he was sweet. He got mad at her every time she turns him down for it. Like, and telling him, no, it's. I don't know if he's sweet. I really don't. He's, he has issues. I don't think any kind of therapy will ever fix this. Just leave if this is not for you, especially if you're vanilla. And I mean, to be completely honest, I'm probably vanilla when it comes to like baby fetish. It's just something I've never understood. But hey, if it makes you happy, I'm all for it. That it's just not. It's just, I don't know. I find it hilarious. But also this is disgusting. He has infections and he wants his wife to do things with him, and when you have infections, it's just why, like, that's just, I don't even have words for that. I think that's absolutely ludicrous. Well, anyways, thank you so much for joining me on this episode. If you want me to do more of these, or if you want me to like react to like more stories, definitely feel free to leave in the comments below, and I'll add them to my videos and react to them. I think they're hilarious. It's also kind of nice for me to like take a break from talking all the time as well too. So yeah, don't forget to click the like and subscribe button, hit the bell button if you want notifications, and anyways, stay shiny guys.